That's not really working too well. Happy birthday, America. Talk about a cramped kitchen. This is what I gotta deal with. I suddenly smell something burning. You use Dawn dish soap? There's microplastics. I had someone earlier ask me it's one of the most pointless questions anybody can ask. Good morning on this beautiful July 4th morning. Happy birthday, America. And there's Bailey right there. It's a holiday morning. I always like holidays because the streets are so empty. You drive around, nobody out there. Gotta love that. But July 4th has unfortunately evolved for me into one of 2 days a year that I completely dread. The other date being New Year's Eve. And that's because fireworks and pets don't mix. Now, I'm not gonna be one of those people that go on Nextdoor and complain about people letting off fireworks, although I can't say I'm fond of it when they let them off in neighborhoods at 11 o'clock at night. And guess what? Bailey doesn't like it either. So someone asked me what I'm doing for 4th of July this year, and my answer was what I do every year. I'm gonna lay in bed with my pets with the TV on and hopefully drown out some of the loud noises because they're gonna be scared all night. I kind of almost look forward to seeing Nextdoor tomorrow. I don't know if you guys are ever on Nextdoor, but Nextdoor is like the local gossip social media site. It's always funny because anytime anybody who walks through the neighborhood, they're suspicious. And here in Nevada, if someone sees a coyote, they act like Godzilla just showed up. Like coyotes in the neighborhood. I'm not saying you shouldn't take coyotes seriously, but this is like this is their habitat. Give them a little bit of slack. But I have tentatively made some plans to go out of town next week. So my posting schedule is gonna be a little bit off. Getting to go out of town is definitely something I feel like I need to do. I'm staying in a hotel though. Like I used to be big on Air BnB. I don't know, I'm not so big on it anymore. You have these listings where they want you to basically like do housework your last day there. Make sure you put all the sheets in the washing machine and clean all the dishes. I'm on vacation. I didn't come here to clean your place. What's even more egregious about Airbnb is when you get one of those places, not all of them, but this has happened to me before, where you get a place that is not very clean. It looks like there was either minimal or no effort put in to clean it before you got there, yet they charge outrageous cleaning fees. Like, really? I'm paying for a cleaning fee and it doesn't look like anybody cleaned it. So I don't know. I could go on about my complaints about Airbnb, so I'm sticking to a hotel. I'll give me my free continental breakfast, give me my daily housekeeping, and a lot of times if there's a problem in my room, they can put me in another one. I suddenly smell something burning. Maybe someone let off fireworks early. Big surprise. A fire on 4th of July, who would have ever guessed? But on my agenda for today, I'm trying to do one Freakin 2 test. I'm trying to spread those out over multiple days. It's a lot easier on my stomach. And I'm trying to do one last test for this pancake video, and that one will be in the can for Sunday. So, filming, bolt, bed with the pets on 4th of July. That's pretty much it, but you never know what else is gonna pop between now and then, so we shall see. Bailey, you have no idea how much you're gonna dislike tonight. You don't even know yet. You don't even know what's coming. She saw a bird. She saw a bird. Where's the bird? Quick trip to 7-Eleven because I did a Walmart delivery order, and one of the things in that order was something for Freakin 2, and of course that was the one thing they got wrong. They sent the wrong thing. So according to DoorDash, there's a 7-Eleven nearby that has his item, so I'm heading over there to get it now. Not only did I find what I was looking for, which is this, but the roads are totally empty because of the holiday. It's already starting to be a good day. Talk about a cramped kitchen. This is what I gotta deal with. Somehow I have to get in there and cook some eggs while I have these cameras and this light in my way, so that's always fun. Bailey wants some food. I'm working on this grilled cheese sandwich here. This is what I've got. So far, not too bad. Let's do a little flip here. I had to run a quick errand before Bolt arrives because once he gets there, I gotta wear him out before I have any free time. But once I do wear him out, he's out for hours. I had someone earlier ask me it's one of the most pointless questions anybody can ask. And we've all been guilty of doing it, but it is pointless. And that is the famous, can I ask you a question? Well, first of all, that is a question. So you just asked me a question. And what are you gonna say, no? Just ask. You already asked a question. I guess the similar one is, can I tell you something? No, you can't tell me something. Don't tell me anything. I don't know why people are compelled to ask that kind of question. And I'm sure I've done it too. But when you're on the receiving end of it, you're like, just ask. Just say it. While Bolt's sleeping, I figured I'd sneak out and do a couple errands. I got, I think, all my pancake video filmed. So all I do is film my introduction and my conclusion tomorrow, and that one is good to go. I was kind of thinking earlier, I was realizing that, my kitchen gadget videos aren't typically as long now as they used to be years ago. And there's several reasons for that. One of them being that I don't show my entire process of things that are unrelated to the product I'm reviewing. And the reason for that is because I get comments on those unrelated actions. For example, say on my pancake video, say I use a pancake mix. And the person would be like, you're using that pancake mix, I make my own. Say I'm doing a pan video. You're using that spatula, or maybe I'm cleaning my pan. You use Dawn dish soap, there's microplastics. It's an unrelated annoyance that has nothing to do with the product I'm testing, so I prefer to leave as many of those steps out as possible to avoid it. So now I just say, here's some pancake batter, and you can just imagine it's the batter you like. In fact, if those of you who have small YouTube channels, or even just post online, just keep in mind that no matter what you say and do, there will always be someone that complains. It is virtually impossible to please everybody. Just know that. You're gonna have complaints no matter what you do. I was online earlier and I saw some pet owners kind of dreading the 4th of July, talking about how it's windy here in Las Vegas today, saying, you know, maybe the wind will cancel the fireworks. Well, first of all, I don't wish, kids having their fireworks displays canceled. A lot of professional fireworks shows, there's a lot of work that goes into them, so I don't wish on that whatsoever. Even as a pet owner, don't wish that. And the professional shows don't bother me. They're the ones that, they're away from neighborhoods, they're 15 minutes long, at 9 o'clock, you know exactly when to expect them. It's the people letting off the loud fireworks, for 3-4 hours, into the wee hours of the night. Those are the people, and they're not going to be deterred by the wind. If someone's rude enough to let off an M80 at 11:30 at night in the middle of a neighborhood with 300 houses there, they're not going to be stopped by the wind. And yeah, I said rude. If you're someone who lets off fireworks in a neighborhood that late at night, you're rude. Have some respect for other people. Usually what I do is I have a pretty good view of the city from my backyard. Is at 9 o'clock when all the fireworks shows are going on, I kind of peek over the wall, get a glimpse of fireworks, get my fill. Then I go in my room and I put the TV on and watch fireworks, which is only a few miles away, on my television, while Bailey's trembling in bed next to me. That is my 4th of July tradition, at least it has been for the last almost 20 years, with Bailey and Daisy before that. It'll be weird one day to celebrate 4th of July without a trembling dog next to me. All right, my errands are over. Time for more Bolt, more editing, and then pre-4th of July preparation. I felt like I was just here this morning in this exact spot. Well, it's my 5 p.m. check-in, and I had such a productive morning. I started off so productive, and then in the afternoon I crashed and burned. That's right, I crashed. I didn't fall asleep, but first I found myself getting distracted with an hour-long Y-Files video. Like, I don't even know how that happened. Then I scrolled Reddit for about another hour, and then I lay on the couch with the dogs for a while, and Bolt loves licking my head, by the way. I guess my head tastes good to him. Somehow all that happened, and then my afternoon got away from me. You know how you have that feeling when you're a kid on Sunday night where you know that Monday morning's coming? It's kind of like that gnawing feeling that, your weekend's almost over. I have that gnawing feeling that the fireworks are coming. I guess the wind's coming too. But Bailey doesn't know what's coming. Bailey doesn't know. She ain't gonna like it. I'm trying to get out of this wind here. That's not really working too well. Looks like I'm back in the 80s again. I'm gonna try to do a little more editing before it's the fireworks time. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I should be back next week with my next vlog, hopefully from California, and hopefully in 24 hours after this vlog's posted, my pancake gadget review. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.